Good evening. This is India Markets Brief from Toro IQ. Your read on today's session. Indian IT cracked today, and the shock was imported. Accenture, the global bellwether for the outsourcing and software services business that Infosys and TCS live in, cut its full year revenue forecast and missed its quarter. Its New York shares fell about 18%, the worst single day in the company's history. That broke before India opened, so it hit our IT names the same session. The Nifty IT index closed down 3.65% after sinking roughly 6% during the day. Infosys was the worst of the lot, down 8.2% to a near 5 year low. Here is the part that matters for the next few months. Accenture did not say AI demand is weak. It said companies are moving their tech budgets into AI rather than growing them. That is a worry about the size of the whole demand pie, not a one company stumble. Here is where the market closed today. The Nifty 50 finished at 24,013, down about two-thirds of a percent, snapping a 5 day winning streak. The Sensex fell 607 points to 76,803. But this was a single factor day. Strip out IT and the market was essentially flat. 14 of the 15 Nifty sectors closed within about 1% of unchanged, and only IT moved with any real force. Underneath that flat headline, the money that left IT rotated into domestic rate sensitive names. Non banking lenders ran, hotels bid, and the power grid and engineering names lifted. The Leela was up 8%, Piramal Finance almost 8, Tata Capital over 6. Now the day's puzzle, and it is worth slowing down on. Foreign investors were net buyers of about 4,859 crore rupees of Indian shares on a down day, while domestic institutions were net sellers. That sounds like a contradiction, and it isn't. Foreigners did two things at once. They bought the non IT large caps that were rotating up, and at the same time, they sold Nifty futures as a hedge against a further fall. The index dropped anyway because the selling in the heavy IT names, done by everyone, outweighed the buying elsewhere. Net cash buying plus a future short is a cautious hedge stance, not conviction. The other story today was supply. Reliance said at its annual meeting that Geo Platforms has filed for India's largest ever IPO, about 38,000 crore rupees, all new shares with no promoter selling, most of it earmarked to repay Geo's overseas debt. That lands just 3 days after the National Stock Exchange's own 30,000 crore filing. Two record issues in a single week point to a heavy supply pipeline for the second half, and a lot of new paper competes for the same pool of money. The one stock that moved on it was New India Assurance, up 13%, because it is a selling shareholder in the NSE offer. Now, what to watch? And the biggest item landed over the weekend. Iran declared the Strait of Hormuz closed on Saturday, but it is not closed. The US Navy says shipping traffic through the strait actually rose, and Brent crude is still near $80, when a real closure would push it past 100. So treat it as rhetoric ahead of the US Iran talks that opened in Switzerland on Sunday, not a supply shock. The number that tells the truth here is Brent. For a country that imports most of its oil, that is the single biggest thing on the board. On the home front, El Nino has been formally flagged and first half of June rainfall is 41% below normal, with a revival expected, so the cumulative number is the swing variable for the farm and agri input names. And markets are shut Friday the 26th for Muharram, so next week runs only 4 sessions. That's your brief. Before I sign off, this has been general market commentary, not investment advice. For investment advice tailored to your situation, consult a SEBI registered investment advisor. Markets are risky, you may lose money, act with care. See you tomorrow.